Hello and welcome to another episode of Horror Ghouls After Dark. We are the Horror Ghouls. My name is Megan,
INT.
and we are here today to talk to you about a couple of movies that are out right now. Imagine that. It's
Mm,
crazy, right? Um, so we have another movie we both saw that we're going to talk about in a moment, but I'm going to very briefly address, because only half of us saw this movie. Sinners, which is taking the country by storm right now. It's
yes,
crazy,
it
like a
is.
smash blockbuster extravaganza. Um,
It's like a Michael Flatley river dance extravaganza,
I'm gonna
from what I've
I'm
heard.
I'm gonna get into that in just a moment because I feel like that's a weird place to start if no one else has seen this movie. So you have not seen the movie,
No, I have not.
correct? You have not seen the movie.
No.
You will see it at some point, but today is not that day.
Yes, I've
Um,
only read all of the spoilers, so I know exactly what happens in the movie, but I have not actually seen the actual movie
Yeah,
now.
but sometimes I think it's smart to reserve a judgment until you actually see
Oh,
it,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So we're
yeah.
not gonna go ham. Um, Sinners, man, there's a lot. There's a lot, and if you've been looking around online, there's a lot to unpack with this movie. We're not gonna get deep into it because we could not possibly do it or I couldn't even do any kind of justice in the like 2 to 3 minutes that I'm going to talk about this movie. Um, so Michael B. Jordan. You can never, I feel like no one can ever say enough about Michael B. Jordan. He's amazing ever since I first saw him, and I don't know what he was in before Black Panther. Panther? I always say things weird. Black Panther, I knew he was a star, right? He's a star. He's very handsome. He's playing twins in this movie. I can't imagine that's easy to do. So Sinners 2025, it just came out. I kind of wish I sprang for the IMAX experience. I did not spring for the IMAX. It's directed by Ryan Coogler. It is set in 1932 in the Mississippi Delta. Like I said, Michael B. Jordan uh plays twins. It's hard. And
The
there's a couple other
smokestack
people.
twins.
The smokestack, I can't. Their names are that's not their real names, right? Because I was like, that sounds kind of like a silly nickname, but I digress. There's a bunch of other people in the movie. The acting overall in this movie, I thought was fantastic. I thought everyone did a great job. Um, there is a random Irish dance scene in the movie, going back to your Michael Flatley reference at the beginning. And I'm just gonna state, as a former professional competing Irish dancer, I was taken aback by that scene. I did not, that was not on my bingo card going into that movie. I feel like I was watching like, wait, what? Why? What are we doing? What's happening now? He did a good job. That was Jack O'Connell. He did it. The music, all of the music, because there's Irish music, there's blues, everyone is so talented who contributed to this movie as far as the music goes. It's shot so well. Ryan Coogler definitely has a very artistic and amazing, like I really feel like he's an incredible director, you know? I think they really did a great job with putting everything together. I don't want to really get deeper into it. Like we said, it's like a period piece, but it's a vampire movie. There's a lot of different things going on. I would love to hear, I think we would both love to hear what you guys all think about it. If you've seen it, if you want to see it, what you're seeing online, if anything. Um, right now I'm seeing a lot of Irish dance content about Sinners. Every time I go on Instagram, it's like the vampires outside while people are inside, like wondering what's happening, and then it's just showing them doing an Irish jig. I think it's very funny content. Um, Curious to see, but I think this is going to win a lot of awards,
It
honestly.
may. It
I
may.
think it very well might. But that's as much as I'm going to say about it, considering I'm the only one who saw it.
Yes, I
And
am
go
going to
ahead,
say something though.
please.
The one thing, because obviously we have not seen it, and there is a lot of discourse online about the historical context, and a lot of people talking
Yep.
about, exactly what the context of the movie is, the underlying context of the movie. Because I haven't seen it, because, it's a lot, and we only talked about it for like 2 to 3 minutes.
Yep.
We definitely could not go into all of that depth, and we are well aware that this movie is not what it appears on the surface.
No, no,
So don't want you to think that we just think it's vampires and river dancing.
no.
We're extremely aware of the cultural importance behind the
Oh my
movie
gosh.
and all of the actual like underlying messages that are running through this movie. I've watched videos upon videos of people breaking down this movie. So, like I said, I haven't seen it, but I've seen a lot about it, so I
Yeah.
understand that we both are very aware. So, we don't want you to think that we're just like surface level people like,
No,
oh,
no.
whatever, but we just can't talk about that movie.
It's
It's
it,
bigger than us.
it's so enormous, but and I'll say this too. There's so many actual like I was gonna say actual factual um references in this
Yeah.
movie as Easter eggs. Like someone clearly, I'm sure multiple people took a lot of time and like research
Yeah.
into these things. Like it really it's definitely seems like a labor of love. Um high level like commitment to things and this is a work of fiction, but there are pieces of it um that are taken like from different like cultures and times and all this thing and like you were just saying it's so much to like unpack that it's enormous. It's a monster. Um
Yeah, and our videos are long enough as it is. So
yeah,
this would, if we had to unpack Sinners together, it would take a very long time. So,
it would take a very
you
long
know,
time and also we don't really do that with new
no,
movies like that.
no.
So we're gonna leave that one there, but also Michael B. Jordan, we love you so much. We love you. And also, wait, let's just really quick. I don't know how to say his last name. Miles Caton?
I'm not sure how to
I don't
say
know. Makes his theatrical film debut. You just mentioned to me before he was a theater actor before.
it.
He is so incredible in this movie because it's not just his theatrical debut acting. He is singing, he is playing his guitar. His voice is like from somewhere else in the universe. Like it comes out of his body, but it's like an ancient, amazing, but like I don't know how to describe it to you. It's
Yeah.
really, he really is incredible. I see nothing but great things for him um
Make sure you
in
watch
the
the movie all the
future.
way through, all
Watch
the
it
way
all the way
past the
through.
edit, the
Stay
credits.
through the credits. Don't let
Yeah.
them kick you out of the movie theater like I let
Nope.
them kick me out because I missed something at the very end.
Yeah,
Because it
so
was two people
please.
standing at the front with their like brooms and their garbage can, like, why are you here? And I was like, I guess I'll leave. I don't know. And then I missed the last thing, so don't let
Yeah.
them stay there the whole time. Um, but yeah, good points, good points. And let's talk about our movie adventure. We went separately, of course, as we were in different states to see Until Dawn. But I think first we're going to
Yes.
talk about some of the trailers like we did before, right?
Yes, 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 we will.
Trailers.
So I guess we'll run these down like last time and we'll see if we saw
Run
the
it
same
down.
ones or not.
Yes.
So the first trailer that I saw, well, did I move them in out of order? No, I did not. The first one I saw was Bring Her Back. Actually, let me lie. I'm lying. I saw Shadow Force first, but we already talked about Shadow Force
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
previously. And
I
that
saw that
was
one.
the one with Kerry Washington. And so I'm not going to recap that one. So I didn't put that one up.
I actually think that there's a really long line for concessions, so I might have missed a few trailers, but I did see that one when I sat down. But I did come in while they were already like going. So,
Okay.
okay.
So yeah, so the next one I saw was Bring Her Back. This is a movie that is made by the people who created Talk to Me, which we
Hmm.
did do a review for that. And
We did. There's a corpse hand,
yes,
if you guys don't remember. There's a
yes,
corpse hand, you hold it, and then you get possessed because that's a fun thing to do with your friends, I guess.
indeed. And
Yeah,
so a lot of people were thinking this was the sequel to Talk to Me. It is not. It is not related to that movie at all. They are not bringing anyone back from that
that's good.
movie.
I'm glad.
So right. So basically there's a very short blurb for this, and it just says a brother and a sister uncover a terrifying ritual at the secluded home of their foster parent. Um, the trailer for this was very interesting.
Hmm.
It was giving me A24. I don't even know who makes this movie. I don't even know.
I
Oh
feel
God,
like
it is
I was
A24. There
gonna
we
say I
go.
thought Talk to Me was
It
A24,
was. It
so
was.
yeah.
So yeah.
I
So
knew
it's
you would be
A24.
thrilled when I saw that.
Right.
It was like a Talk to Me, like same people, and then like a A24.
Like I
You're
said,
gonna be so happy.
A24 is hit or miss,
Do you
so
think they are going to make sure there's naked old people in it?
probably.
Yeah.
They're just
Okay.
naked old people in every A24 movie almost.
Yeah.
Um,
So be
so yeah,
prepared. If you
yeah,
see Bring Her Back,
yeah.
naked old
Uh,
people. Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I might watch this. It feels very ominous. The trailer for this was so weird. It was definitely giving A24 weirdo vibes. Um, and so I was like, what am I watching? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so I'm interested, but I don't know if I would go see it in the movie theater. It's probably more of a Friday night type watch. So,
Sure, sure. Gotcha.
the next one I saw finally was Megan 2.0.
Yes. I did see that one too, yes.
Yes, and I was complaining about this movie for the longest time, because the preview was stupid. It was just that one little blur thing of her
Dance.
dancing. But now we got a full-blown trailer. Um, and just, for a little tiny little blurb, 2 years after Megan, the marvel of artificial intelligence went rogue and embarked on a murderous rampage. Its creator, Gemma, has created an advocate for government oversight of AI. But unbeknownst to her, a defense contractor has created a military grade weapon known as Amelia, and she's basically going to be the ultimate killing machine. And now we have Megan who needs to take Amelia out. So
Little switcheroo.
yeah, I feel like this trailer was fun. She tells you to hold on to your private areas. Um, um, but and also I like the fact that I looked at a behind the scenes one day of the first Megan, and I saw the little girl who plays Megan, and she wears like a prosthesis over her face, and then they use CGI to make her face actually move.
Yeah.
But they one of the things in this trailer, they asked Megan what she wants, and she says, "Make me taller." And I thought that was cute because the actress herself got taller. So it had to explain why she got taller.
Oh,
So I was like,
yeah.
oh, that's so cute because it's the
That's
same
cute.
girl. She's
Yeah.
a like did they say like Olympic gymnast or something like that? She's some type of very, very popular dancer, gymnast or whatever.
Sure.
So yeah, so she's back and I think it looks fun. It looks fun. I don't know if I'm gonna see it because I didn't see regular Megan in the movie theaters, I don't think.
It wasn't doing
Um,
anything for me, but like,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
sure I'll see it at some point.
It looks like it's a big departure from the first one because there's like flying through the air and there's espionage fighting and you know,
It does look like they took it to the next level.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Because it's
agree.
it's like Megan had like rocket boosters or something on her feet. I don't know.
Yeah.
She so we'll have to see. I don't like I said, I don't think we're gonna be seeing this. We definitely won't be reviewing it because not worth that. But
No.
there's that. Um, so the next one I saw was Clown in a Cornfield.
But sorry.
Now, Clown in the Cornfield, it says, looking for a fresh start, Quinn and her father moved to the quiet town of Kettle Springs. They soon learn the fractured community has fallen on hard times after losing a treasured factory to a fire. As the locals bicker amongst themselves and tensions boil over, a sinister grinning clown emerges from the cornfields to cleanse the clowns, to cleanse the town of its burdens, one bloody victim at a time.
I don't want
This is
it.
and now this is a Shudder film. Um, and it's directed by Eli Craig. Shudder is very interesting if you've ever, there's a Shudder channel. If you have Prime, there's a Shudder option to buy. They have nothing but horror movies. Shudder it's like the Tubi of horror, to be
Yeah.
said. So I'm not mad at it. Did you see this preview?
Mm-mm.
So this one, we talk about those horror tropes and it's giving those horror tropes in this movie. It's giving clown slasher, people running, there's a party, people getting gruesomely killed in front of their friends. It's that type of thing, people running around trying to get away from this clown. And I mean honestly, it looks like this looks like a good Halloween type movie. When is
Well,
this supposed to come out? I don't even know.
I don't know if I can see that in the theater even if I want to. I think my phobia will be like too high. But let me ask you a question,
Mhm.
having not seen the trailer. When you say clown, is it like a clown, like just like a man with a clown mask? Or is it
It's
like
a full-blown clown.
there's a wig, there's the makeup,
It's
there's
a
the big ass shoes, there's a full ass clown?
It's a clown that looks like he has like a big clown face and
Yeah.
it's stuck in that permanent grin,
Uh-huh.
and he has like a little hat like the Terrifier on the side of his face, but he's red hair. And
Ugh.
I will have the actual poster up, so you've seen the poster that I've already put up. He looks similar to what the poster looks like in the movie.
I have seen the
Um
poster. Hold on.
and he's tall. He's tall. So
Of course he's tall.
yeah,
I
but
can't, like I can't.
his grin is very creepy. So yeah, I think that it comes out May 9th, which I feel like this is a Halloween movie.
Oh,
Cornfield, Clown in a Cornfield. It should have came out in October. And I feel like this would have been really good to watch. Like people go to their haunted houses and their
yeah,
cornfield
yeah.
mazes, and it would be good to watch something like this so that when you go to the cornfield maze, you think that there's a clown out there trying to kill you.
Well, I'm not going to no cornfield, I'll tell you that right now. So I just I don't know if that's the sound interfered, and I'm sorry if it did. I just pulled up YouTube and it just started loudly playing a commercial
Oh
that I did
no.
not tell it to play. That I was like, "What are you doing?" But I'm telling you what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to watch Clown in a Cornfield in silence on the side. Um, and that might be worse because the sound won't tell me what's coming. And
So if Megan just jumps back and screams all of a sudden,
if I am suddenly missing and I'm just like laying on the floor, okay, I see something in the street. Oh, it's a dead deer. It's okay. It's okay. It's just a dead deer. Um, yeah, like my clown phobia is like not an active performance. Like I'm like, oh, it's fun if I act really scared. Like it's not okay. Um, but yeah, so what did you think? Did you think this was something you could watch? There's some kind of clown parade going on. I don't like.
I mean, I think I could watch this.
Would you
I
go see it or would you just wait? Oh God, okay, I see. Mhm.
I think that I honestly feel like I would probably wait to see this one too. If this had come out in October, I would have went to go see it.
Yeah,
But because I feel like it's coming out the wrong time of the year for me,
yeah.
um, I don't have any desire to see it in a theater. There's no fun in that to me.
Right,
You
right, right,
know?
right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's a real clown.
Yeah.
He has like a
Yeah.
saw.
Hmm.
He he kind of reminds me of one of the skinny clowns from
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
yeah, like remember the
Yeah.
one, what was his name? I always said it was like Artie. It's not. It's like Rudy or something.
Yeah, there's a Rudy.
But it's not like when I say that, I don't mean he looks like cartoony and ridiculous like the
Yes.
killer clowns do, but there's something weird.
Yeah, he has a very interesting like clown face, and it's terrifying, but it's not cartoony at all.
Oh no, he has a pitchfork. It says, "Are you?" Wait, still stuff happening. A friend? What are you gonna ask me? Are you a friend or friendo of friendo? Is that his name, friendo?
I think his name is
That
Friendo.
just makes it
Yes, it's
worse.
Friendo the clown.
Oh no.
Kettle Springs is in the Midwest. Everything weird happens in the Midwest, so that's okay. I can say that
Oh,
being a Midwestern person myself.
okay. I thought it
Uh,
was gonna be a way scarier trailer. Like I didn't love it, but it's not as scary
no,
as I thought it was gonna be.
it's not super scary, but
Okay.
it has those classic tropes, as I said, like people running, people
Well,
getting killed.
if it was something totally weird, we probably wouldn't like that, right? So like it says clown in a cornfield, but then there's no tropes at all. So
Right.
what is the movie about? It's called Clown in a Cornfield. It's if it's no longer about a clown in a cornfield, then we have a problem, right?
True. And it's funny because as I was watching this preview, I'm like, oh, okay, what is this going to be called? And it came out the cornfield and it said clown in the cornfield. I
You're like,
said, oh, wow.
there you go. It just bring it all the way back for 1 minute before you said you're like, we know Sinners just isn't about vampires and Irish dance. And I was like, what would that movie be? What is-
Vampires and Irish dancing.
That's how they come after you, is they can only dance as they make their way to you. That would be it's like like just like a
They
no.
have the Irish dance in order to ask you to come in because they come in, but they have to do a dance at the door first. And if they
Uh,
do a good enough dance, then maybe you'll invite them in.
my friend told me the other day when I was telling him about that part of it and how I just thought it was weird. He was like, I love the idea of like you watching that and being like his knees weren't even high enough. What is this? Like,
Just picking it apart from that Irish dancer in you. Yeah.
I wasn't like doing that, but he was like, I just like the idea of like you're totally taken out of the movie and you're like, that's not an 8 count. Let's get it together.
It's so funny. This is slightly off topic.
Yes.
Actually, this is about to be very off topic. It's
Okay.
the same way I feel Beyonce. I'm
Beyonce, we're
Yeah.
bringing Beyonce into this.
I know.
Okay,
Now,
Beyonce got
for
it.
people who know me, I used to be a really, really, really huge Beyonce fan. I am no longer a Beyonce stan or anything like that, but she's great. I don't want Beehive
So,
coming after me. She's
no,
amazing.
we
But on
got
her new album,
all the
she
controversial opinions.
right. On her new album, she sings a song in Italian that I used to sing when
Oh,
I was singing opera. And it's so funny hearing her sing it because it's like, it doesn't sound like opera. It sounds like her singing it, just
uh,
like her singing. And she's not a bad singer, obviously.
of
But
course.
but it's so funny because I find myself saying, I didn't pronounce that like that. Um
Who was her dialect coach for this?
Right. I believe she's singing, is it Caro Mio Ben? I believe that's the song. I
Oh, I know
can't
that
I
song.
can't remember
I know that one.
offhand. But anyway, whatever it is, it's similar to me because that's what I do. I'm like, wait, does that sound like that? But she did a beautiful job on that. It was so like it was weird to see her singing that. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I used to sing this song.
Yeah. No, I think that's a thing that's easy to relate because especially like I'm going to see a period piece about the Deep South,
Right.
right? And it's a juke joint, so it's like a blues club, and then there's Irish dancing. So imagine my surprise and imagine your surprise, right?
Yeah.
Seeing such a thing. But I love as a segue from now on, just being like, so Beyonce, just that's just like, no matter what you're talking about, and like, listen,
Right.
so Beyonce the other day had this thing. I really like that. I think that's very funny.
Oh, but yeah.
So
So
clown in a
play on the
cornfield,
cornfield,
okay. That
right.
really that took us a minute to get through
It
because
did.
okay.
Oh, well, the next one I saw
Uh-oh.
is The Ritual. And
I think I saw that.
if you guys know me, what type of horror do I like the most or
I
watch
know,
the
I know.
most?
Religious horror.
Yep. So, and guess what? When we talk about tropes, this is one of them because
Yeah.
it follows all the same things. So, the ritual is about two priests, and it says two priests must put aside their differences to perform a series of dangerous exorcisms on a possessed young woman.
What else
And
is new?
right. And so this is distributed by XYZ Films. Um it's supposed to come out, it said release date of April 18th. I didn't see it in April 18th, but then I see another one. It's okay. Oh, the original teasing date was April 18th, but it's actually coming out June 6th. Okay. Um so the preview for this is your typical like creepy exorcism. It tells you this is the most terrifying exorcism of all time. It was sanctioned by the Vatican. It tells you that type of stuff you see. And I will say, the visuals from just the preview are very unsettling. It is creepy. It's probably one of the more creepy possession movies that I've seen because,
Hmm.
you could look at like The Conjuring has possession scenes in it. They're not that scary. Um, I've seen other the haunt the was it the possession of Emily Rose and whatever other possession movies you could think of. This one seems to have extremely creepy visuals. So, for once, I'm actually kind of creeped out by it. I
Wow.
know, and that's kind of rare. Like I'm looking at, I put up this poster. I'm hoping I put up the one that I'm looking at right now. So the poster, it's very weird looking. It reminds me of like a shrunken head.
I'm gonna look it
Um,
up right now.
yeah, look up the Ritual 2025 because there's one that came out in 2017, and that's the one that pops up normally if you just put the Ritual in. Um,
Let's see.
but yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So it looks like a shrunken head. Um, and it has red eyes and sharp teeth. It's a very interesting cover for this movie. Um,
I don't know if we're looking at the same one, but mine is weird.
I mean, there's another one with a woman
That's
who
the
has
one
her
I
mouth
see.
open.
Yeah, hold
Yeah,
on.
the one from this one might be from 2017, but it's up here with the same one.
Oh,
So,
that's weird.
Yeah, I typed in the Ritual 2025 and it's showing that one. It might be the 2017 one. If I don't put that one up, then you know it's the 2017 one up. But we just talked about it. It's still creepy because I was like, what the shrunken head got to do with it? But if I put up the
Oh, I
right,
see it.
okay,
That's weird.
yeah. So if I put up the regular one, it's a woman with her mouth open
Huh.
because she's being possessed and they're trying to like get the demon out of her. She has like a cross. They put like a cross or something on her forehead. But yeah,
The power of Christ compels you.
pretty
Wait, is
much.
Al Pacino in this?
Yes.
Aw,
Yes.
love Al Pacino.
So that to me was like the selling point because as I was watching it and then I saw him and I was like, huh, that's different for him. Um, so yeah, I mean,
He's looking pretty. I know this is about to sound weird. I was going to say he's looking pretty good, and that sounds weird because he's like 80.
yeah, now
But I meant
listen.
he doesn't look as old as he's been looking in real
Yeah,
life. Is
true.
what I meant. Like,
Now listen, right? It has Al Pacino, it has Ashley Greene, if you know from Twilight fame,
of
okay?
course, of
It has
course.
Patricia Heaton in it, okay? And she's from what? Everybody Loves Raymond, the mom or whatever,
Yeah,
I believe.
yeah.
So I'm like, I've never seen Patricia Heaton in a movie
That's an
personally.
interesting cast.
Yeah,
100%.
and Ashley Greene. There's a few other people, obviously, I don't necessarily recognize them offhand, but you
Sure.
know, I think it's going to be an interesting movie. This might be one that I'll have to see in the movie theater because I think I would be creeped out
Ugh.
to watch it at home. Um,
Yeah,
so yeah, we might be seeing that one in the theater if I choose to see it at all. But
sure.
yeah, yeah, so that's the ritual.
Spooky. I don't know if I saw that trailer, but again, I was a little late to the trailers. Then there was a girl sitting next to me who like wouldn't stop talking to the person she came with, so it took me out of it a little bit. But yeah, sounds interesting. I like it.
Yeah, so all right, that was the ritual. Now,
The ritual.
the second to last one I saw, we're taking it back a little bit. I saw I Know What You Did Last Summer,
Oh,
2025.
yep.
And this says when five friends inadvertently cause a deadly car accident, they cover up their involvement and make a pact to keep it a secret rather than face the consequences. 1 year later, the past comes back to haunt them as they learn someone knows what they did last summer. Stalked by a mysterious killer, they soon seek help from two survivors of the legendary Southport massacre of 1997.
Mm,
So, yes. This seems like typical
it does.
slasher movie.
With that being said, it looks to me from the trailer like a solid slasher movie
Mm,
because it's not a reboot, it's like a continuation
right.
of the story. And we also get a little Freddie Prinze and we get a little Jennifer Love.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I would need to drag my ass to the theater to see it, but I would watch it, you know.
Yeah, I probably watch it at home. I wasn't a big fan of the I Know You Did Last Summer movies before. So, I mean, this doesn't really thrill me.
Yeah.
So it was
I'm
one of
just
the
I was just picturing
bland,
Jennifer Love like, what are you waiting for? Like in the
right?
street. Yeah.
Right, yeah. This was one of the more bland horror movie series for me.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm more of a Scream girl over I Know What You Did Last Summer. If I
I
had to
would
pick one,
agree.
yeah.
I would agree.
Because I feel like they kind of competed at the same time or around the same time. And you still had famous people who were in the main cast and everything for both of them that were very recognizable. And it
Yeah.
just depended on which group of people you like more because the stories are somewhat, the same, except for one, they did it last summer and they're getting killed, and Scream is Scream. So,
And
yeah.
Scream is Scream. That's right.
Yeah, I don't really have too much to say about this.
Eh,
It's typical, it's classic. If you like I Know What You Did Last Summer, please by all means go see it. If you did not like it, you probably won't like this. So,
That's a great summation. Yeah.
yeah. And my very last one that I saw was 28 years later.
Oh yeah. I saw that one too.
28 years later. It says
Did you see this
it's
one last time?
I did not. This was my first
Okay,
time
okay,
seeing this
okay.
one.
Uh-huh.
It says it's been almost 3 decades since the rage virus escaped from a
Ugh.
biological weapons laboratory. Still living in a ruthlessly enforced quarantine, some have found ways to exist amid the affected. One such group of survivors lives on a small island connected to the mainland by a single heavily defended causeway. When one of them decides to venture into the dark heart of the mainland, he soon discovers a mutation that has spread not only to the infected, but other survivors as well. So, this is by
Dun,
Sony
dun, dun.
Pictures. Sony
Yep.
Pictures, it is coming out June 20th. Um, and I mean, if you've seen these movies, it is your zombie movie, a classic
Yeah.
zombie movie. I was a fan of 28 Days Later. I think there was a 28 Weeks Later. I don't remember seeing that. And yeah, 28 years later. To be honest, the trailer looked interesting. It was giving the Village vibes to me to a certain extent.
Yes. I agree.
Um, but yeah, I think that I might go see it. I might go see it.
I think this is the second or third time I saw this trailer. And this is what I'll say about the trailer. I find it to be like overstimulating. Like I think they do a good job with it because the way they layer like scoring and like there's like a voiceover. Did you hear the voiceover?
Yeah.
It's creepy and it builds and it gets repetitive while they're showing like very scary scenes. And like by the time, because it does, it builds. Like there's like dynamics to it where it grows and it grows and it gets like more intense. And by the end, I'm like, ah, just like stop because I feel like it's too much happening because I have ADD a little bit.
Now
But
I'm
I
wondering
mean
if you
that in
saw the
a
one.
good way.
Right. I'm
You know
wondering
what
if
I
you
mean?
saw the same exact trailer because the one I saw, it did have some of that, but it also showed like a man taking a boy out to the other
Yeah.
mainland. Okay, so it's
Hmm.
the same one. All right.
It builds like
Yeah.
it doesn't start like there. I wish I knew what the thing is. It's like someone's speaking over, and I think they say I can't make out 100% what they're saying. I think they're saying like coming up and down again or going up and down again, something like that. And they as they go, they say it over and over again, but more intensely and almost like they're yelling it. And it just is freaky. Like it's freaky alongside with the visuals.
Yeah.
It's in there. I think that's the same trailer because I've seen the same one several
Are you
times.
seeing the one with the Teletubbies in the beginning?
I'm sorry?
There's a version with Teletubbies in the beginning. You're not seeing that one,
Come
right?
again? No, I don't
Yeah.
remember any Teletubbies.
Okay, so let
Hold
me
on.
see. Okay. Because I just want to hear the words. I'm looking at the new trailer. This is the one I saw with the people with the headlamps on. Um,
Was it 28 years later trailer?
because I just want to hear the music, what you're talking about, so I can hear what they're saying.
Um,
Yeah, as I'm sorry for the dead silence, y'all. The dead
the
silence.
dead silence.
Hi, car.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
I don't think it's wait,
they're counting. The people are counting.
but it builds from there,
Yeah.
moving up and down again. Yep.
There's drums and stuff. Okay, so let me turn
But
this
wait,
off.
but wait, it gets more and more intense. It gets really freaky.
Yeah, at the end. If you
It's yeah,
guys,
it's at the end. So that's the thing that it builds. And it's like I think it's done beautifully, but to the point that it will make your body feel tense. If you're like really like absorbing it, it's like, oh my gosh, okay.
yeah, I didn't absorb it. I was
It's
just
a
kind of,
great it's a great use of sound along with
yeah,
visuals. Um, so I thought it was solid.
yeah. I
Mhm.
think it looks good. Like I said, I like the 28 Days Later. I was a fan of that. I like these type of zombies. There's always a different type of zombie out here. There's the ones that like move really kind of staccato, that like they're like,
Yeah.
and then you have the ones that are really rapid, then you have the ones that are
Yeah.
really slow. So,
I'm really not a
um,
fan of fast zombies.
yeah, World War Z,
Yeah,
World War Z
I like to
zombies.
think that I have a chance, you know, with an ambling zombie.
And I'm a fast zombie person. I prefer my zombies to have some speed to them because I feel like they should be rabid. They should be foaming at the mouth. They're trying to get
Well,
you. They want your brains. So
yes. My thing is like, if the zombie outbreak were to occur tomorrow, which do you prefer? What do you want to try to survive against? I want the slow zombies. If I hear tomorrow that the purge siren goes off and they're like, oh shit, the zombies are here, bad news, they're the fast rage ones. I'm just gonna take myself out immediately. I'm not trying to compete in that world. I'm not trying to make it. It's too hard.
I'm like, look, infect me, make me a zombie. Shit.
You go outside, you're like, yes,
Yes,
it's
give
happening.
me a different life. I'll try anything once. Okay.
Well, you can't come back from it though.
That's why I said I'll try anything once. I mean, after that one time, that's it. That's a wrap.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
So yeah,
Um,
that was the last one I saw. Did you see anything else different?
Not that I recall. I'm pretty sure that was it. I
Okay.
was really focused on the girl next to me in the wrong seat, honestly. That I was just like, ugh, get away from me.
Yeah. I had some
Um,
people who were chit-chatting in front of me that
you
snuck
told
in.
me that's so annoying.
Like I had the whole theater to myself. Nobody was there. And then these two people snuck in and they were on the phone. They were talking amongst themselves. There was things happening. And then they were having that, you know, commentary down at the bottom, like Mystery Science Theater, which was not wanted or
Oh no.
warranted. So
I yell at people like that. I'm old now. I'm the old crotchety moviegoer that I would just be like, "Excuse me. Hey, hey, are we really doing this? Are you gonna do that?" That's cool. Um, yeah, well, I'm sorry that happened to you, but let's talk about Until Dawn. It just came out. It is I guess it came out April,
yeah,
right?
it came out April.
It came out in April. I think I saw it like the we saw it in the same week. So I think it was
No,
just
we
like,
saw it a week apart,
do
I
we?
thought. I thought you saw it the week before. I saw it this past week.
I saw it Tuesday.
Oh, I saw it Friday.
Yes.
So yeah,
So
same
we
week.
saw it in the same week, but it's like a week after it was released.
Mhm.
Um, so you went in, so you knew about the video game, and I know we have discussed prior that you like to watch video gameplay sometimes. Is this one you have watched prior?
Yes. Yes, I watched this game prior.
Okay. So you had knowledge of the game going in. I did not. I had no knowledge of the game other than I knew that it was a game and that you had watched the gameplay. That was the extent of my knowledge of it. Um, so with that being said, Until Dawn is rated R 2025. It's based on a um survival video game made for PlayStation, I
Mhm.
believe. It was directed by David F Sandberg, and the game initially came out in 2015.
Yes, and it got a remaster for I believe last year.
Yes. So the movie is set, this is via Wikipedia, so don't cite me for plagiarism, my friends. It's set in the same universe, um, while featuring an original standalone story that expands upon the game's mythology. So if you're going in expecting for it to be exactly the video game, it is not that. And that's
No.
something I was reading as I came out of the movie that people were disappointed because they were wanting that. They were hoping it would be um like that. And a lot of people were
Yeah.
like, it's nothing like the game, and they were mad about it and
I
whatever.
mean, there are some points that are some fan service in this movie that can call back to the game. Um, and as somebody who's watched the gameplay
Hmm.
and really enjoyed the gameplay because it plays like a movie. For those of you who don't know, this is the type of video game where you make the decisions. So it's like quick time events. So something will pop up on the screen and it'll say, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Or do you want to do this? And you have to pick something before the timer goes down or whatever the case may be. And
Right.
you are the one who dictates how the story ends. There you could have multiple different endings. So I think that's a great way to play the game.
Yeah.
Um, but though, yeah, watching this movie, it is not like the game. It has the feel of the game, it has the essence of the game, it has the same plot of the game. You have to survive until dawn. Um, which, that's really what it is. And to be honest, there are a lot of other spin-off games that are similar to Until Dawn that would probably feel like this movie as
Right.
well. So I don't think that people should have been so disappointed because they didn't get the exact game of Until Dawn. Because
Right.
if you watch the game or play the game Until Dawn, it already plays like a movie. You don't want a repeat of that. And so I think that
Yeah.
this was good to build on the lore of the video game and to add something to the universe. So yeah.
Yeah. So I want to give you guys just like a little bit. We're not going to spoil. This is brand new, so that would be shitty. Um, but just like initially, just to set the kind of scene. So Clover is our main lady. Her ex-boyfriend Max, her friends Nina and Megan, and Nina's boyfriend Abe are retracing the whereabouts of Clover's missing sister, Melanie. And that kind of adventure leads them to a gas station, and the station attendant Hill claims that people tend to go missing on the road towards a mining town called Glore Valley. So they all head there thinking maybe that's where the sister would be. They travel through a very heavy storm. It's a really crazy storm. They're like afraid. They don't know what's going to happen. And they finally kind of come out and it just stops raining, but they notice behind them it's raining. But where they're at, right next to a visitor center, there's no rain, so that's a little weird. So that's where it sets off. And then inside the visitor center, kind of like weird stuff starts to happen, and they find out that the mining town, there was like an accident, and like the town kind of like fell in on itself. So like it kind of fell into the mines, I guess you would say. Is that right? You would say something like that?
Yeah.
Um, and hilarity ensues. Just kidding. It's not, it's not funny. Um, I thought this was a very, I don't want to say apprehensive, but it's like I'm always curious these days, like what people are going to do and bring us and whatever. So I'm watching it and I was like, there's stuff happening and they show you kind of in the trailer. So this is a non-spoiler. It is in the trailer, but they show you that basically you have these group of people and you keep dying, right? If you cannot make it until dawn. So people are chasing you, there are creatures, there's all kind of stuff, and your job is to make it until dawn without dying. And if you do, you like get out of the loop, essentially, right? So that's all in the trailer. So
Mhm.
that's what this movie is. And with that being said, because I was trying to figure out how I was going to segue to this part, there are a lot of good kills in this movie. Creative, interesting, gross, some funny somehow. Um, and I always appreciate a gross, funny, weird kill. So I had a fun time with those things. Um, and there definitely was a creep factor. Like there were things that like got me jumping a few times. Um, but I generally liked it. Like, um, do you feel like we could talk about the creatures? Do you think we can let them know? Do you think that's a
I
spoiler?
mean, no, I kind of talked about it before. I said the video game had creatures in it. I messed up and didn't say what they were, but they're Wendigo.
I was gonna
And
say the exact creature, yes.
yeah, so it's a cryptid. And so yeah, and that's something that's in the game. So that's not, I don't think that's a spoiler per se. And we know that they're creatures. I talked about them being similar to the creatures in A Quiet Place. I said that they might be able to see you. They cannot see you. So Wendigos are blind as well. They just have a very, very keen sense of hearing and smell, I think.
I think
Um,
smell.
yeah.
But they were really creepy. Like I found them to be really, really creepy. Um, and there are certain scenes where there's like a few of them at once, and I feel like it definitely was like very tense and like whatever, but I found it to be like a fun watch. Like it was fun to like go through it and be like, oh, like there I thought they did it well and the atmosphere was like creepy and I don't know. I liked it. I would recommend I feel like we should start doing this. I th should have thought of that before. When we talk about movies like this, we should tell people if we recommend them seeing it in the theater or not. I think that's something we should start getting. And it's up to people's discretion, of course, but it's like based on our opinions, which is why you're here, is it not? If we would recommend it, this is one I would say see in the theater, honestly. Um, but yeah, but like what did you kind of think about this one? Like what did you feel about it? What was your takeaway?
I thought it was a fun watch too. I did enjoy it. Um, it was like I said, it wasn't like the video game, but that didn't bother me.
Hmm.
I enjoy both of them separately because it is what it is. I will say I'm a bumper person, so if you know what the bumper is, it's the beginning part of the movie where they show you like what studio did it. And
Oh yeah.
I was hyped when I saw the PlayStation logo come up because I was like,
Hmm.
PlayStation Studios, oh my God. So I I was so hyped about that bumper. But yeah, so that's just something silly and just minor
No,
that I
that's
like.
cool.
But no, I think that the design of the Wendigos was really well done. I think that when you learn about the story of the Wendigos and you learn about the story of,
Yeah.
these friends and everything, and when you learn about, what may have happened to the sister and whatnot, I think it unfolds really nicely. And I felt like the pacing of this movie was good. I in the very, very beginning I was bored. Like I'm gonna say the first 20 minutes I was bored, but I am historically somebody that hates first acts of all movies. I hate the establishing stuff. I hate the world building.
Right,
I hate all of that. I'm somebody that I'm like, I want to get in and I want to see action right now. Right
right.
now. Um,
Show it to me.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like the acting was good. I liked all these actors. I think that I think that the story was well written, and I think it ties into the world of the video game. And honestly, watching it through, there's no real end credit scene, so it's
right.
not nothing you have to watch all the way to the end. But
I waited though. I did wait.
I usually look it up to see if there
Yeah,
is, and I saw that there wasn't. I mean, technically there is, but it's actually tied into the end of the movie.
right.
Um, so the very last scene that you see in the movie is their end credit scene. So just keep that in mind. But I think that it's a good addition to the Until Dawn lore. I would love to see another movie installation
Yeah,
from this series. Because I mean, honestly, I love the video game. I don't think that they're making more like that. I mean, they have other, you know, quick time, choose your future, whatever games that feel and are made like Until Dawn, but they're not the same. Um, and so
I
yeah.
think I think I saw something, if I'm not mistaken, that was like driving to a cabin. Maybe I'm bugged out. I don't know. Did you see something like that?
What do you mean a game?
Like no, at the end of this movie, I feel like I
Oh,
saw.
yeah, at the that's part of the end credit scene.
Yeah, yeah, because that is, I think, more what the original game was based on, like a cabin.
Yes, the game did take place for those that know there's the video game there's an event that happens a year prior to two sisters and they have a brother. The brother decides to invite all his friends back up to this like cabin that they had spent the last time with the sisters.
Hmm.
And then all the creepy shit starts happening to them while they're at this cabin, and it is also like a mining type community and stuff, and there's like ski lifts and all that. So yeah, this could tie into that game. It might not tie into that, but yes, that's basically what the game is based on.
I was kind of
Um,
thinking after the fact maybe they were doing that as a way to set up the second movie.
right.
Because else, why else do that? So this is almost like a prequel in a way, even though they're saying it's like an independent standalone story. So like maybe there are plans to do other movies, but they're all independent stories, but in that same universe, maybe? I don't know. It's just
Possibly.
something I saw that I was like, I don't know. I thought it was fun though. Um, yeah. Fun for everyone, fun for the whole family, and lots of gross, creepy things. Do you wanna rate it?
I do. I was trying to look at the other games that remind me of that. Um, just so I can give you guys something right
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
The Quarry came out in 2022. That is very much like Until Dawn. Also, Dead by Daylight is another one that people love
Mm,
a lot. There was also the casting of Frank Stone. That one people didn't love, but
mm.
it's a decent game if you really want to watch it. So I'll give you those. They're very similar to Until Dawn as far as the gameplay goes. And some of the Quarry is probably the closest to it, and I think the Quarry was amazing. But yeah, with that said, I think we can um go ahead and rate it.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay. I am going to. I feel like I already said why I would do this because like I liked it. I thought it was fun. I don't want to give too much away because it's brand new. Um, but I enjoyed it and I thought it was fun. And for the gross kills and all of those things and the creepiness, I'm gonna give it a solid 8.5. I was like 8 and I was like 8.5. I don't know, 8.5. We're gonna give it 8.5. Um, Creepy, fun. See it in the movies if you want. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. But that's where my score is at. What about you?
This is kind of hard for me because if I take away, I'm going to separate the fact that this is a video game, a movie based on a video game that I actually really enjoy. So if
Yeah.
I just take it as a movie by itself, this is your classic B movie, teenage thriller killer type movie,
Yes.
with the spin of you have to survive until dawn. And I think that it has really good visuals. I think that the actors do a good job. There are great kills in this movie. There is one scene that almost had me like busting out laughing so hard
I
because
know
it
exactly what you
because
mean.
it comes up
Yes.
on you so fast and you do not expect this to happen. And I think that that was brilliant. It's not though that is something that does not happen in a video game. So
No.
I was just like, oh my God. It was so that was so such a great scene. It's probably the best scene in that movie for me.
I feel
Um,
also like if you have watched the movie and you're watching this, you know
you know,
exactly what she's talking about.
yeah, you know exactly what it
Yeah.
is. But I mean, honestly, this movie is worth a watch for that scene alone because it comes out of nowhere. But anyway, besides that, if I put all that stuff together, honestly, I would give it a 7. Because like I said, I think this is your classic B movie teen horror slasher type movie. Um,
I love
you
that you think
know.
it's a B movie. I think it's like an A movie. I do. I think
Well,
that's funny.
when I say classic B movie, I'm just saying like it's not something that's going to be blockbuster worthy. It is the movie that you would probably still see in the movie theater, but it's not like, oh my God, we all got to rush out to see it. So I
Yeah.
tend to call a lot of teen movies B movies.
Okay. I gotcha. I
Anyway.
gotcha.
So yeah, so that's kind of where I fall with it. Like I said,
Hmm.
I still think it's a solid movie. And would I say should you go see this in a movie theater? I think if you had the chance, which I did not, if you had the chance to see it in IMAX, then you should have seen it.
Mm,
If you're seeing it in the movie theater, I think that's still fine, but I think it would have been really good on an IMAX theater with Dolby Atmos, and it would have been amazing.
yeah, I think so too.
Um, yeah, so I mean, right now I think the Marvel movie Thunderbolts took over the IMAX for right now. Which I know nothing about, and I used to follow Marvel closely. I didn't even know they had a Marvel movie coming out.
Do you know what I love about Thunderbolts is David Harbour. I have the
Uh,
biggest crush on David Harbour. I've had it ever since he was started in Stranger Things as Hopper and he was like
mhm.
way like overweight and I want to hug him so much. I love him. Um, but ever since then I've just had a love affair with David Harbour.
And I didn't even know he
Um,
was in that because, like I said, I know nothing about that movie. I literally just found out today it was a Marvel movie.
I've just seen the trailers about it.
I've not seen the
But it's
trailer.
like I'm sorry, like Bucky is like the main meh, meh.
I'm gonna have
Sorry.
to look at least a trailer for it because I have not seen a trailer for it. But like I said, they took over IMAX for now, so
Yes.
everything else
Oh,
kind of got pushed back.
with that being said, a fun fact I just read today, if you haven't seen Sinners and you want to see Sinners, they are re-releasing it in IMAX. I do not have those dates for you, but apparently everyone's going so nuts over Sinners that they're putting it back in IMAX for you. So if you want to see it, um, I wish I would have seen it in IMAX. Check your local listings or whatever to see when that will be for you. Just my little PSA for you. I just read
Oh,
that just before.
so
Yes.
it'll be re-released May 15th through May 21st for IMAX theaters. It says 9 IMAX theaters, so you might get one of those 9. It's not
You
going to
might
be
get one of the
everywhere.
nine.
So
If
yeah.
you live in a big city, you probably will get it. If you do not, then you just gotta watch a regular. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
so I definitely would say definitely take advantage. Anytime there's something in IMAX, take advantage of IMAX. It's a much better viewing experience. Other than that, you could watch it at home. I don't care that it's a giant screen. You could watch it at home. Put your TV up to your face and watch it like that. It's just the same, okay?
That's how you lose
Um
your vision, but it's okay.
yeah,
It's okay.
but do IMAX, please.
Do
If you
IMAX.
have a 4D, if you have a 4D movie theater, go to the 4D movie theater because it's the only way to enjoy a movie. I have not been to one, but I'm dying to go to one day. I will find one.
Someday.
But yeah, so
Well, great. So we gave a little information, a little education, and that I don't have anything else to add. Do you have anything else you want to say to the what was the thing you said in the other episode? You called people like flesh puppets or something? What was that?
Oh, yes, our last episode, or actually, it's technically that's not going to be our last episode. It's going to be our next episode. So, yeah, I call people flesh puppets.
Flesh puppets.
So yeah,
Wow,
so
what a term of endearment.
it is,
Um,
it is.
all
You
right.
guys are our little flesh puppets. No, just kidding. You
Aw,
are our ghouls.
that
Okay,
sounds
you're our ghoul
so
fiends.
inappropriate too.
I know. I apologize.
Don't
I'm in the timeout corner for calling you guys flesh puppets.
don't apologize. Just be authentic. And if that's what you feel in your heart, then you need to share it with the people. Okay?
You know what I imagine? The man
No.
skeleton that just has the meat on him. And I
Uh,
think it's from Mortal Kombat, the player Meat. I think it's just called Meat. So look up the player Meat
that makes sense.
and yeah, you'll see what I think about when I say flesh puppets.
I'm thinking of Frank from Hellraiser.
Yeah, no.
Just
Look up Meat from Mortal Kombat.
meat. When you say meat, I think of Meatloaf, the singer. May he rest in peace. Um,
Uh
I know. Sorry about your meat. So yeah, all right. So I guess that's gonna do it for this episode of After Dark. We said some weird stuff as usual, and we hope you enjoyed it. We hope that you rate, review, and subscribe on your platform of choice, whether you listen to us or you watch us. YouTube, it's especially important because we're trying to get to those 50 subscribers. Please do us a solid and subscribe, and we will love you forever, or at least for the next, I don't know, like 24 to 48 hours after your subscription. Thank you in advance. All right.
yes.
Well, anything else? Any farewell?
No, thank you, flesh puppets. We appreciate you.
All right. See you guys next time.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.